Hello, everyone. You know who I am, Sarah V, for those of you who have not watched the videos. But I wanted to, so this is your official email video, which I'm really loving, experiencing with you. And I'm wearing my gorgeous new earrings because it is all about, our jewelry. Not really, but I just love these. I'm actually headed out to celebrate with my mentor, Sarah Canal, with her new book, which I have right here. And I am heading out to Chicago. So when you receive this video, I will have already returned. So I'll let you know how that goes. But I wanted to come in here. Let me see if I can, there we go. I wanted to come in here and talk to you. I was kind of thinking about this morning in my morning routine. And, you see me, living a very abundant life, whatever that kind of means. Everybody has their own definition of what abundance is for them. But my richness in my life, my abundance in my life really began by my morning routine. And, this is how, this is a tool. I know that one of the recent videos was about our tools that we use. What tool are you using in order to create or reach whatever goal or desire that you have in your life? We have to take action when we are trying to do something different. It is not coming. There is no one that is going to come and do this work for us. We get to, we don't have to, we don't need to, but we get to do this work. We get to have these tools that we use on a daily basis. Consistency and accountability is what has kind of skyrocketed my, my life to where I've always wanted to be. Is there more? Oh, you better believe it. Yeah. But the simple tool of a morning routine is, I was thinking about that, really is what started this whole journey of mine. And, if you have worked with me, you know that is something that I really encourage you to create for yourself. And of course, as you know, when I do something 120% to make sure that the habit that I am trying to create for myself really gets intact, it's grounded, and I know that I then am going to do it day after day. And I started this very powerful morning routine. I don't know, probably 5 years ago. Yes. Has it evolved? Has it changed? I mean, I literally take 2 hours in the morning. And some of you may say, oh my God, well, I have to go to work. Well, what I do, I go to work too. But what I do is I make sure that I, get up in the morning at least an hour before I have calls or whatever it is that I need to do. I get up earlier. So if I am leaving to go out to Chicago tomorrow, so I know that I'm going to have to get up a little bit earlier in order to create this morning routine tool. It's a tool, and we get to choose how we are going to use it. And, the way I always say, the way that we start our day is how we manifest the rest of our day. The way that, let me repeat that because I said that wrong. The way that we start our morning is how we manifest the rest of our day. And oh my gosh, do I so believe that? Because, we have, what we are really trying to do when we are manifesting whatever abundance means to you, we get to create the energy that is, our inner magnet. Remember, your inner feeling is your manifesting magnet. You can talk about it, you can take action, but if you're not actually feeling that energy is everything, we cannot attract. Yes, we can attract very temporarily. We can attract on a surface level, but I'm telling you, because I have experienced it, when I wasn't feeling the emotion, but I wanted what I wanted, and it wasn't coming. It was not coming for me. So yeah, so let me state that again. The way that we start our morning is how we manifest the rest of our day. And I'm going to kind of give you a little, I don't know if it's not secret, but I just was like, oh my God, I was just like looking at all these things that I in my morning. So every morning I drink at least, however, I guess this is about 16 ounces of water. So that is what I do. Yes, it's something really small, but drinking water in the morning before, it usually has lemon water, or I put collagen powder because I'm going to be 59 in August. So I want to make sure that, my skin and my nails and my hair, blah, blah, blah. So I usually have like collagen powder or lemon juice in my water. So I make sure that I drink, and I always count 15 sips of water in one round. So it's a good 16 ounces, the way that I drink water. So that's the first thing that I do. And I was just kind of chuckling to myself because I shuffle around with this whole stack of things that I have in my morning routine, because like I said, what we are actually trying to do is we're trying to create the energy in which we then can manifest. So, I'm always, as I drink my beautiful black cup of coffee with no sugar, I, read an inspirational book, and she is kind of my muse right now, because what I'm, one of my visualizations, which I'll tell you about, is that I want to become the mature version of Gabby Bernstein. I'm saying it now, and you're going to watch me in, we never know how long it's going to take, but I am declaring that I'm going to be the mature version of Gabby Bernstein, because I think, she's like in her, late 30s or 40s maybe, but she just is a spiritual, thought leader or inspirational teacher. And this is who I am inspiring to be. So I read a couple pages, and then, that's while I was drinking my coffee. And then I do my meditation. And as you know, meditation was the beginning of everything. When I meditated, I was able to recognize which thoughts I was attaching myself to. And usually they are of the limited version. But what meditation does, if you don't have a practice yet, is we start to recognize what are the thoughts that we're attaching to? What are the thoughts that we are identifying with? And, meditation, I've said in my new book that's coming out in September, I wish I'd known, is meditation literally not just changed my life, but saved my life. And there's this whole story about how I started, and, I cannot wait for you to read this book. I'm so excited. I'm really working hard on it. If you haven't seen this, well, this isn't the cover. This is just a card. But I mean, this is what I'm using as the front cover picture. But if anybody wants these, you can go to books.cerave.com and you can join the movement of what I wish I'd known. Because what really it is we hold on to the energy of what I wish I'd known. I wish I'd known that I really was, beautiful and enough. But we store that energy in our body. But I think that's going to be another video, because I want to get back to my morning routine. So I meditate. I recognize, I calm, I peace, because when we start our morning in clarity, everything becomes real, rather than us thinking that we're not enough and we can't do it, and nothing works out for me. These are my old voices. I'm a failure. That was a very familiar voice that I used to listen to. So I meditate, and in my meditation, I have been really, really focusing in on visualization, easier said. And, visualization allows you to start connecting with that energy of, so first I do it very small, and I visualize, what I would like, to visualize as my perfect day. My perfect day is being, calm and peaceful and taking action and being surrounded by, like-minded people, obviously, coaching my no matter what women. And, my ascension is a lot higher now. So I have to take actions that are actually feeling uncomfortable. So I actually see myself taking the small steps to that ultimate end goal. So that's kind of what I do: meditate, visualize. And while I'm in that visualization, I also visualize myself taking larger steps, visualizing what I would like to, acquire, or what the goals that I want to reach within that year. And like I said, I am going to be the mature version of Gabby Bernstein. I've got books coming out. I have another one after this new one. And that's something that I'm really, really focusing on. My other vision is taking, a very small group of elite women, all around the world, to teach them all about abundance, about, living in the richness of life. And I am not talking about, staying at the Daniele, but really teaching women how to live abundantly, and that is, first of all, it's through mindset. And then it's also about little techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you in my next book, Living with Lakshmi. So that is the visualization that I do. And then, physically, I actually open my arms and, I just allow, my higher power to know that I am energetically open to whatever is coming to me. And whether we believe in divine, universe, God, Jesus, a banana, whatever it is, we just open to it and we surrender to try to control, what is happening. That has been a real challenge for me. And I think with most people, is that we try to control what universe and what the, our highest power already has in control with, for us, because ego is like, oh, when is this going to happen? I've been doing all this work, and we get impatient and then we start blocking ourselves. I have some notes here because I do tend to squirrel a little bit. And there is a new practice that I have started to add to my daily routine. I have been working with a neuro-linguistic programming coach. I'm also doing tapping. I just did a 4-hour, I do 4 hours of tapping on Monday nights. So, but the neuro-linguistic programming coach, we do timeline therapy, and this is a technique that really is a huge game changer. And this is a new habit, and I know habits are always hard to create because it's just uncomfortable. But this has really helped my energy, because remember that our inner feeling is our manifesting magnet. And that is actually looking in the mirror into your left eye. And, and studies show that the left side, I'm not quite sure what it's connected to. I think it's part of your cognitive brain. But you start affirming different identities. We all have identified with, I'm not enough, I can't do this, I'm ugly, whatever, I'm a failure, which were mine. And we start believing in that. And those thoughts, those affirmations actually start creating the energy inside of us, which is not a manifesting magnet, let me tell you. So I have been, every morning, I have been doing it for about a month now, that I look in the mirror. I know it sounds, hokey and weird, but I don't care. I'm owning my crazy. And I look in the mirror and I affirm what is really true. Like, I am abundant, I am caring, I am loving, I am beautiful, I love you, whatever it is that you are kind of believing in. We don't want to, I don't want to get into too much about the subconscious and the conscious, but if you just look at yourself and affirm new beliefs, your subconscious mind will start believing them. And when we start believing in them, you're going to create new energy in your body. And then at the end, I know this kind of sounds stupid and weird, but I actually give in the mirror, I give myself a high five. This is something Mel Robbins has been, teaching for a while now. And I've actually incorporated that into my morning routine, along with my journaling, along with, reading, my wonderful mentor, The Science of Getting Rich. And I'm basically following her path of what she's doing. I have, this journal, which is all about abundance, and I write in it every day. I do exercise. This is and I love what it says here. Beauty is not in the face, beauty is in the light in the heart. And I love that. But I have been writing every day, all the all the things that I'm learning through Sarah. I just have so many beautiful writings in here, and, writing my vision, even though the actual physicality of it is, it's happening, but I'm not there yet, but I act as if it's already happening, because you create the energy that it's already happening, and it's going to happen. It's just timing. It's, it's because the universe has our back, and the universe is creating or wanting us to let go of the resistance that keeps blocking, universe's work. I just surrender. And when you think you have surrendered, surrender even more. So when we start doing these habits, and we are consistent with them, we create the energy in our bodies. And I thought back, because I used to be one like, oh, I don't really not want to do that. I just kind of thought it would just go away, or I could buy some clothes and it would go away, or I could have, an extra tequila or something and pretend that it's not there. Well, guess what? It's still going to be there. And we are the only ones that can change the trajectory of what we want. And I love this. Yeah. Is it hard? Yeah, it's freaking hard, but I am so determined to do this. So I want to proclaim right here that every vision that I have told myself that it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Like I said, I don't know when. We never know. Everybody's life path is different, but every single one of them is going to happen for me, because I believe it. The first number one thing is to believe that it can happen. If you doubt it, then you're creating that doubt energy in your body. You've got to believe it. You've got to create that belief that it's going to happen. And I believe that this can happen to me, because I see it in so many of these other women that I now surround myself with, that it's happening to them. So why wouldn't it happen to me? I'm deserving. I work hard. I make sure that I play hard, and I rest, and I make sure that I am, a show pony and not a draft horse, if you know what I mean. Oh my God. I got to tell you about that one, but it won't be on this video. Oh my God. But I am a show pony. I'm going to be the show pony energy. But I just feel like, that we will find, ego will find some excuse to not do what we really want. And then we live this mediocre life, and we settle. We watch other people be successful. We watch, maybe our husbands or our partners, they can be successful, but it's not going to happen to me. Well, guess what? It is your turn. And we as women, and if men are watching, it can happen to you too. But we as women can join together and raise each other up by doing this for ourselves, because no one's coming. No one's coming to do this work for us. We can think so, but it's not going to come from, whomever you're with. It's not going to come from what kind of clothes you wear or the car you drive. It's not going to change anything. So just commit to one little small step. That's how we get to where we're going. And, the morning routine was a way that has completely changed the way that my day runs every single day. And for the past 5, and I share this in the manifesting circle every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And if you haven't joined, you're missing out, because we had a really good, lively group last week. But I was sharing that, it just is not going to come from anybody else. You get to do this, and we get to raise each other up so that we change, the patriarchy that is happening in this world. I love watching women that my no matter what women finally getting it, like, oh my God, I really can have that. And it is just the most fulfilling thing to be able to see that. So what else do I need to tell you about? I think that's it, but please come in at least to this free manifesting circle. It's the only thing that I do for free, but it's worth it to come in to get inspired, because it's not going to come from you making excuses, that, oh, well, I'll do it next week, or, I don't feel like doing that right now. And then you get frustrated because you're not living this incredibly abundant, manifesting life full of desire, full of everything you want. And abundance can look different for everybody. Mine is about financial abundance because I am now single. And I mean, single in the fact that I don't have anybody looking after me financially anymore. So I'm by myself, and this is a real challenge. This was something that I noticed in my 31 year marriage, that I was very disempowered. I didn't make money because I was staying home with my 4 children, which was a job in itself. And I'm so happy that I was able to do that. But I didn't have the power to do this myself. This financial abundance is really huge for me. But also the balance in my life is to have beautiful, deep, connecting love relationships, whether it's male, female, whatever. The third thing is I want to have a balance of a really, really happy, peaceful life. So abundance doesn't mean, a Ferrari or a big diamond ring or designer Chanel handbags. To me, that doesn't mean anything to me. I want to live like I'm abundant, and I am, and this is what I'm doing. And it is available for all of us. So come join the manifesting circle. I'm going to do another video about, or actually, I think I'm going to write an email about your inner child. I know that it's not a sexy thing to do, but really our inner child is what holds us back, because it holds us in those old limited stories. But I think I'll do an email about that. But anyway, if you have any questions, if you want to, check out the tools on my website, that is the beginning. But all I'm asking is that you take one small step to start, because you're going to find some excuse to not live this incredible life, and life is passing us by. It's not coming back. So my determination is to live absolutely the most abundantly that I possibly can. All right. So that's it for this week. And I will see you next week. And remember, you get your email now on Fridays with a recap of my video. And then new videos are launched every Monday now. And manifesting circles are every single Sunday, 9 a.m. Zoom. If you haven't signed up, you can join my website to join in, or I think that there's a link in this video. So just click on the link and you can join once I get your email list, or your email. And then you'll get a reminder every Friday for the Sunday morning at 9 a.m. All right. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you next week. Thanks a lot.